In this Easy Ed video lecture, we are going to learn what are iterative and loop types of control statements in C. The various types of loops, namely while, do while, for, and special or control statements, namely go to, break, continue. Hey, it's time to concentrate now. Let's start with the iterative statements first. Repetitive execution of certain statements is termed as iteration or looping. A loop has simply a statement or collection of statements that is executed repeatedly until a certain condition is met, after which the execution moves on to the next statement. For example, if we write a program to convert temperature from Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius, wherein to convert 10 different values, the user will have to run the program 10 times. We can use the loops through which the user will have to run the program only once and repeatedly enter 10 values to get the output in one go. Loops can either be a pre-test loop or a post-test loop. C has three loop constructs, namely for, while, do while, out of which while and for are pre-test loops and do while is a post-test loop. Let's take an example of products being packed on a conveyor belt. If it is pre-decided that only 10 products are supposed to be packed, then a count on the number of products can be kept at entry level before packaging or at exit after packaging. If the count is determined before packaging, then it is called as pre-testing, or else if determined at exit level, then it is termed as post-testing. Let's take a look at pre-test loops first. In a pre-test loop, the condition is checked before the start of each iteration. If the test condition is evaluated to be true, then the statements associated with the pre-test loop's construct are executed repeatedly till the condition becomes false. If the test expression evaluates to be false, then the statements associated with the construct are skipped and the statements next to the loop are executed. What are post-test loops then? In a post-test loop, the code is executed once, and after the completion of the loop, the test condition is tested. If the condition evaluates true, then the loop repeats itself, and if the expression is false, then the loop stops, and execution moves on to the next statement after the loop. Let's learn the basic working of the loop. The processes associated with all the loops are: Step 1 is initialization of the counter variable. The initialization process assigns a value to the counter variable. Step 2 is evaluating the test condition. The test condition is evaluated, and based on its result, decision is taken whether to continue execution of the loop statements or to jump outside the loop and execute the statements outside it. When the result is true, the statements within the loop are executed, and when false, the statements inside the loop are ignored and the control jumps to the statement outside the loop. And the last step is incrementing or decrementing the counter variable. The counter variable is updated every time the statement in the loop are executed. The loop is executed till the time the counter variable reaches a certain value. Loops can be programmed as event control loop or counter control loop. In event control loop, the occurrence of an event changes the test condition from true to false. This is used when the number of iterations is not known. When the number of iterations is known, then the counter control loop is used.